Okay, brace yourself because this opinion gets people really heated. Most people become parents out of selfishness. Hello everyone and welcome to Skincare with Hyram. You guys are about to hate me, get ready. I'm going to be doing my skincare routine while I share with you my most unpopular opinions. And these aren't the type of opinions that, you know, people say are unpopular, but really everyone has. I'm going balls in. These are the opinions that when I share them, I typically get boos, awkward silences, and rejection from the group that I'm sharing them with. Why I think this is a good idea? I have no idea. No, I actually got this idea from Raw Beauty Christie. If you guys don't follow her, I highly recommend that you do. She has great videos and she made one sharing her unpopular opinions and I was like, I don't know if I've done this before. So I'm going to be doing my skincare routine as I share these with you. I feel like this goes without being said. These are just my opinions. Don't take them personally. If you get mad, that's on you, and maybe try some self-reflection because if the shoe fits, it fits. I'm gonna start off cleansing my skin with the Euphoria Deep Cleansing Green Tea Jelly Cleanser. I don't think I have tried this product before, so I'm gonna test it out. Unpopular opinion number one, and this is the one that I would say I get the most hate for. Are you ready? Superhero movies are dumb. What? I said it. Okay! I'm probably gonna regret it. Nothing makes me roll my eyes more than the majority of superhero movies out there, and I cannot understand why they are so popular. It's just the same storyline played out over and over and over and over again, and people eat that shit up. I go into the movie and know exactly what the storyline is going to be, exactly how it's going to end, exactly what's going to happen. It is just so played out, and I don't understand why people enjoy them so much. I will say, like, the first superhero movie I ever saw, I did like because I wasn't familiar with superhero movies. I didn't know exactly what was going to happen. I believe it was Batman Begins, which I still stand by, mostly because Christopher Nolan directs it, and I think the directional course he took was really good. But after I saw that, basically every other superhero movie I've seen has just been boring because it's just always the same. Someone who doesn't know they have a superhero power, and then they discover that they do. And then they realize there's this huge issue that they have to help with. They're trying to grapple with their superpower, and then they get into the fight, and then there's a moment where you think that they're going to die, but miraculously, they don't. They end up destroying millions and millions of dollars worth of public property and save the day. It's the same thing played out over and over again. We are tired. Well, I guess we aren't, because y'all keep making these superhero movies like blow up, but I'm certainly tired. Here's the thing, there have been a few superhero movies where I have enjoyed them, but not because they're superhero movies. Like Black Panther, for example, I thought was a great movie because it highlighted African diversity in a way that no movies have ever really done before, as well as like the cultural impact of that movie. And I know that the Marvel universe is really complex and there's so many Easter eggs and stories that tie in together, but in order to get all those references, you have to watch like 50 movies. And I am not interested in watching 50 superhero movies. I'm sorry. Too much repetitiveness and I'm bored. I just like movies that are truly innovative. The direction and the editing are completely unique. There's twists and turns that you really cannot anticipate. For example, if you want some movie recommendations from me, Hereditary. That telephone pole scene had everyone gagged. Like no one expected that. Or Requiem for a Dream. The editing was just so ahead of its time. The Prestige, where the entire time you're so fucking confused and then you get to the end and you're like, like, I want to see more movies like that, and no more superheroes, please. Well, now that 90% of you have clicked off, I'm gonna move on with my skincare routine. I'm gonna go in with the Selves by Hyram Salicylic Acid Serum to like gently exfoliate my skin throughout the day. Oh, and by the way, all the products that I'm using in today's video will be linked in the description box below if you do want to check any of them out. Here's a hot take. Child actors and kid influencers should not exist. I think we should completely banish the idea from our minds and society. That includes family channels. I feel like the whole situation with 8 Passengers perfectly illustrates why that is such a bad idea. But yeah, I don't think kid actors or kid influencers should exist at all, because when you're underage, you can't provide true consent. And kids' brains are still developing, so there's no way that they're gonna know at that young of age if this is what they want to do for the rest of their life. Plus, I just don't think that children should be working. I think that time of your life should be fully reserved for learning, growing, experiencing outside of the workforce. And I just can't see any way that having a kid actor or kid influencer can be ethical. I am so glad I got my start online once my prefrontal cortex had already like fully developed. Because there is no way I would have developed in a healthy way if I started this when I was a kid. I mean, hell, my mental health struggles from being online. I can't imagine what it's like for a kid. And in my personal opinion, movies and TV shows just shouldn't have kids. As Katya said, they can just be referenced off screen.
Children should not be allowed in movies. No children. Adults, they could be referred to off screen.
What is the percentage of child actors that actually grow up to be fully functioning human beings?
Well, next unpopular opinion. I'm gonna go in with the Revectin Clean Lotus Water Cream. Ooh, I just thought of this one, but this one is a very unpopular opinion. opinion, cars should not be able to go over 30 miles an hour. I think all car transportation should be reduced to a maximum of 30 miles per hour. And this opinion always gets people really heated, especially when I'm talking to like car guys. But when you look at data reports of the amount of deaths that happen over 30 miles per hour, as opposed to deaths under 30 miles per hour, there's just no comparison. And a lot of people might say, well, that's just the risk that comes with driving. But for me, even if it meant preventing one death, I would not mind driving 30 miles per hour than having the convenience of getting somewhere faster. Call me crazy, but I think we should prioritize human lives over the convenience of getting somewhere quickly. And then if you want to get somewhere faster, we should use public transportation systems, which are better for the environment anyway. So I don't know, we just lose so many lives to car accidents that could be prevented if we were just more patient, but we're not. Oh, chocolate is kind of gross. It is. I'm sorry. And I do like when things have some chocolate, but when it comes to like fudge cakes with chocolate filling and chocolate icing and oozing melted chocolate over the top.
Smells chocolatey. Now, eat it.
I just find that so gross. It's so overly sweet. The flavors are just so rich, and too much of a good thing is not good. And I feel like that applies to chocolate, but people really fucking love chocolate. Like they want chocolate on everything. And I don't get it. I'm happy having a little bit of chocolate as like an ingredient, but if it's gonna be a dessert that's all chocolate, you can count me out. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the First Aid Beauty Niacinamide Eye Cream for my dark circles. Okay, brace yourself because this opinion gets people really heated.
Here I come.
Most people become parents out of selfishness. When I talk to people and listen to their reasons for wanting to become a parent, their reasons are typically so self-centered. Like, I've always wanted a baby. I want someone to be able to take care of me when I get older. I love the idea of starting a family.
You're not gonna have another baby.
I think so.
I'm telling you, you're done.
Of course, those are all fine things, but the majority of times I will never hear parents give reasons for having a child that are focused around the child. Like, in my opinion, parenting should solely be focused around unconditionally supporting that child, giving them the best and most healthy childhood ever so that they can go into the world and make a difference. And I just see so many parents raise their children in a way that ends up really fucking them up because they're more focused around what they want out of a child rather than truly supporting a child and prioritizing them above everything. I think the biggest responsibility in someone's life comes with having a child. And if you're not doing that for the right reasons, then you shouldn't become a parent, because guess what? This is no longer about you. However you raise that child will turn them into a human being that either has the capacity to do so much good or so much bad. And so many people are so traumatized, myself included, from really toxic, unhealthy childhood environments, even from parents who think that they're doing the right thing. I mean, that was definitely the case with me. And don't even get me started. Oh, bitch, I've been told this so many times. Whenever people say, well, it's never the right time to become a parent. I hate that statement.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it.
Because if you're not fully prepared to deal with any type of child and challenges that come from having a child, you likely won't know how to raise a child in those situations and create harm and trauma from your unprepared responses. Like I said, very unpopular opinion, but I think there's a reason why so many people are fucked up, and I think it's from parents not being prepared to truly raise a child and parents in a healthy, positive way. There's 8 billion of us humans, okay? Humanity is not dying. We don't have to procreate. Oh god, I'm gonna have a lot of angry parents in the comments with that one.
Somebody had to do it.
Then again, you can write off everything that I'm saying because I'm gay and I can't even have kids, so. Oh, people who drink milk, like straight out of a glass, need professional help. No explanation needed. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with sunscreen. This is my new favorite sunscreen. I've been using it every single day. I'm absolutely obsessed. It's the COTS Face Prime and Protect SPF 40 Mineral Sunscreen. This one, I mean, you guys will see. It's incredible. Such good sunscreen. Oh, here's one that gets people real heated. Weddings and the wedding industry are a scam. Not coming for your wedding, I promise. But I personally have just never understood the reason why weddings are so popular, because at the end of the day, you are spending a shit ton of money on a party that caters to other people. It's really not about honoring and celebrating love and commitment. It's way more so about throwing a giant party. And I've heard so many wedding disaster stories.
Oh God! No!
And most people, when they talk about the details of their wedding, it ends up being a super freaking stressful day, and you don't get to relax until the wedding is done. Which I'm like, if this is about celebrating your love and commitment to one another, why is it so focused on catering to friends and family? I just don't get it. And I think the reason I also have this opinion is just because the wedding industry, in my opinion, exploits people. Like, they charge so much money, all in the name of it being your most special day, because it's the social and cultural expectation to do so. Like, in my opinion, it is way better to have a super small wedding that's very cheap with your most special people, and then blow a shit ton of money on the honeymoon, where you and your spouse can like travel the world, do incredible things, and focus on you guys instead of spending tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars on other people, you know? And don't get me wrong, I don't hate weddings. Like, I was literally just the officiant at my friend's wedding, and I was like bawling, crying the whole time because it was so beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Indeed Volumizing Lip Treatment, my current favorite lip balm. Oh, okay, on the topic of icks, I think Ick Culture has turned really toxic. At first, it was like making fun of toxic masculinity behaviors that men do that they think are super attractive to women, but are actually just like, what are you doing, bro? But now the majority of icks are making fun of effeminate traits that men have. And I've literally seen videos of women saying that something is their ick because it makes the guy look feminine. And it's low-key become kind of like homophobic, because it's very much giving, oh, when guys do this thing, it makes them look gay, which grosses me out. Like, what? And I'm fully aware that I am saying this as a man, so feel free to like point me in the right direction if I'm wrong about this, but I want to hope that culturally we're moving towards a point where men and women can express themselves in whatever way that they want without having to worry about appearing masculine or feminine. Obviously, this doesn't apply to all icks. Like, I think there's so many icks that are so accurate, so funny. Like, why do guys lick their lips to look more attractive? Like, what is that about? I think it's useful when icks make us question why we perform the things the way that we do to become more attractive to women. Because I think performing in any way to make yourself look more attractive is just ridiculous. But using icks to make fun of guys' effeminate traits is just going in the wrong direction. It's not feminist, and I personally think some of it is rooted in homophobia. I don't know, that's just my take. Anyway, those are all of my controversial, unpopular opinions. What do you guys think? I am sure there is going to be a crazy shit show in the comment section. But again, I always want to share these opinions out of respect. I think it's important that we all have differences and can have good discussions, and I would love to have some discussions with you guys. Like, as with everything in life, nothing is black and white. There is nuance with all of these opinions that I have, so don't succumb to a polarized thinking where it's either 100% good or 100% bad, because that's not what I believe, that's not what my opinions are. Nuance can exist. Like I said before, all the products that I used in today's video will be listed in the description box below, and if you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and set the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.